Hello everyone, we're going to go over section 11.5 and the title of this section is Probability with a Fundamental Counting Principle, Permutations and Combinations. So let's look at example number 1. 6 jokes about books by Grouch Marx, Bob Blitzer, Stephen Wright, Henry Youngman, Jerry Seinfeld, and Phyllis Diller are each written on one of 6 cards. The cards are placed in a hat and drawn one at a time. What is the probability that a man's joke will be delivered first and a woman's joke last? Okay, so just in case you didn't know, Phyllis Diller, she is the only female of the group. Everybody is a male. And there are 6 males here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 total. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's look at the first part. How many ways can the jokes be delivered? So the woman will be, there's 6 of them. So it's just, this is overall the sample space, the denominator. This will become the denominator. So this is going to be, you're going to have 6 choices for the first joke, 5 choices for the second, 4 for the third joke, 3 for the fourth, 2 for the fifth joke, and 1 option for the last joke. So the number of ways will be the product of these numbers. And this is the same thing as if you were find 6 factorial. That is the definition of 6 factorial. So you will be able to find that answer by finding 6 factorial or just multiplying 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. So I'm going to use a shortcut and I'm going to use 6 factorial. So you enter the 6 and in this calculator you're going to choose math. Then you're going to go over to the end to PRB and the last choice will take you to, in this calculator is the 4th option for factorial, that is the exclamation symbol, and 6 factorial equals 720. If you multiply 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, you will also get 720. So the denominator will be 720. Now the event that we're looking at, and that's why you have this notation, the number of items or outcomes in the event. How many ways can a man's joke be delivered first and a woman's joke be delivered last? So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want the man's joke to be delivered first. So remember that there are 5 males and 1 female. So you want the female to be last. So there is only one way of doing that, only one option. As for the males, there are 5 choices for the first one, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the males, if you remove the female, all of these are the options for males, but they will continue to go down by 1 once they have performed their joke. So that's why there are 5 left, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1. Again, the last one is the female. So here you will multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1, and that equals 120. So that will be your numerator. So when they ask you for the probability, remember that the probability is always setting up a fraction. So the sample space will be the denominator and the number of outcomes in the event will be your numerator. So when they ask you for the probability that a man's joke is delivered first and a woman's joke is delivered last, the numerator, we're going to use 120 divided by 720. And of course, you need to simplify that fraction. So you are to enter 120 divided by 720, and then you press math and then enter twice, and that's how you will get a simplified fraction. You can always do it by hand, but if you need the assistance of Dora de Calculadora, she will always be there for you. So now we'll work on example number 2. Chris, John, Jenna, and Haley have all been invited to a dinner party. They arrive randomly and each person arrives at a different time. What is the probability that Chris will arrive first and Jenna last? So let's see how many are in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4. And in how many ways can they arrive? So if I do my list, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the first one, for the first one to arrive, there are 4 choices. Once that one arrives, you're waiting for 3 more. Once that person arrives, you have 2 more that you're waiting for, and then the last one. So the denominator that will consist of your sample space will be the product of these numbers. 4 times 3 is 12, times 2, 24. So again, this will be your denominator. Now the next one will be the outcomes in the specific event that you're looking for. In how many ways can Chris arrive first and Jenna last? So 1, 2, 3, 4, because there were 4 that were invited. So Chris arrived first. So there is only one Chris in the group. So there is one way to do that. And Jenna last. There is only one Jenna. So if we started with 4, we're only waiting for 2. Once that one arrives, you only have 1 left. So this will be 1 times 2 times 1 times 1, and that gives you a 2. Now the probability, remember, the probability will be the setup of a fraction that Chris will arrive first and Jenna last is the specific event that we found in part B. So that becomes your numerator. And we need to simplify that fraction. They're both even numbers divisible by 2, so that turns into 1/12. Again, you can either do it by hand or use the assistance of the calculator. Next, example 3. On example 3, 6 stand-up comics, A, B, C, D, E, and F, are to perform on a single evening at a comedy club. The order of performance is determined by random selection. In how many ways can the comics perform? So in how many ways can they perform? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to have 6 choices for the first one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So once one performs, they go down. So again, this is equivalent to the 6 factorial. And remember that we found that in example 1. So this will be the number of ways that the comics will perform is really your denominator. That is equal to 720. So part A, in how many ways can D perform fifth? D performs fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. D performs fifth, so D will be here. So there is only one D, so there is only one way. We started with 6, so there are 5 to choose from. 4, 3, 2, 1 left. So you will multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1. So to find the probability that comic D will perform fifth, it will be, we have to multiply these numbers. And we did that one already. We recall from example part B, example 1 part B, 5 times 4 times 3, 2, 1, 1. It was 120. So we are going to go ahead and use that number, 120. So now again, keyword, find the probability that the comic D will perform fifth. So your numerator is the 120. Your denominator is the 720. And remember, we simplified this in part example 1, so that simplifies to 1/6. It's always a simplified fraction. The next one. In how many ways can comic C perform third and comic E perform second? So again, I like to do my lines, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in how many ways can comic C perform third? 1, 2, 3. So C here, there is only one C. And comic E performs second. So E here, only one E. So we have taken 2 out of the 6. So we have 4 left. And 3 and 2 and 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, times 1, 4, times 3, 12, times 2, 24, times 1, 24. So this product will be 24. Now we're asked to find the probability. The probability that comic C will perform third and comic E will perform second, it will be, the numerator will be part A. So the probability of this event is equal to 24 divided by the 720. Again, the 720 that we found at the beginning, this will be the denominator for the questions that we're being asked later. I mean here. So 24 divided by 720. Turn the calculator on. 24 divided by 720. Math. Enter. Enter. It is 1 out of 30. 1 divided by 30. Okay, so next. How many ways can the comedians perform in the following order? D, C, E, B, F, A. So we're using all the letters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is only one D, there is only one E, only one C, D, C, E, only one E. So D, C, E, B, F, A. There is only one of each letter, so there is only one way in which you can organize them. So the probability, this will be 1, so that will be the particular event is 1, divided by the overall experiment, 1 divided by 720. So now part A. In how many ways can comic F or comic A perform third? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because it has an OR here, that implies addition. Okay? So, comic F or comic A will perform third. So I can have one with F and another one with A. So for the first one, F, there is only one way of doing that. It's only one way. And I have 6 to start with, so I have 5 to choose from for the first position, the second. Then this will be 3, 2, and 1. This one will be 5 because you already have A in the third position, so there is only one way. The same 5 times 4 times one way, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to find two probabilities here. Remember that it says OR. So each one of them will be divided by 720. And I'm going to have the same numerator for each one of them. 5 times 4 is 20. Times 3, 60. Times 2, 120. So this is going to be 120. And the second one is also 120. So this product is 120. This product is 120. So when we simplify that fractions, it's going to be 120 divided by 720. And we got a decimal, we turn it into a fraction, and it's 1/6. So this is the same thing as 1/6 plus 1/6. And when you add fractions that have the same denominator, you add across and keep the denominator the same, only add the numerator, and this is equal to 1/3. So when in doubt, you can also enter this in your calculator. If I wanted to do the entire question in the calculator, 120 divided by 720 plus 120 divided by 720. I usually like to use parentheses, but let me see if the calculator can handle this without enclosing its fraction in parentheses. Math, enter, enter. So notice that I entered the entire original exercise from the 120 over 720, 120 over 720. I entered all that in the calculator, and it gave me the simplified fraction of 1/3. And again, this one usually requires more meditation. Okay, so example 4. A group consists of 7 men and 6 women. 4 people are selected to attend a conference. Find the probability that the selected group consists of 4 women. In how many ways can 4 people be selected from this group of 13? And again, they got the 13 from 7 plus 6. That's the total group is 13. So we're going to use combinations of 13 and we're choosing 4. Okay, 13 choosing 4. So when you're using the calculator to find combinations, it will be 13 math, move over to PRB, and combinations is the third choice. And combination of 13 choosing 4, it is 715. Now, in how many ways can 4 women be selected from the group of 6 women? In how many ways can a group of 4 women be selected from a group of 6? So the combinations, any 6, R is 4. So I'll put it to the side so we can see that. So in the calculator, you will enter the 6 first, math, over 2PRB, down to 3 for combinations, and then 4. And this is 15. Again, we're using combinations because the order in which you choose them to attend the conference is not important. What we were using before is it was permutations in the other examples. Then in here, what is the probability that the selected group consists of 4 women? So this is going to be, again, the probability. This number in here will be your numerator, and this number will be the denominator. So the probability of this event is going to be the 15 divided by 715. So we're going to enter this in the calculator, and more than likely I'm doing everything simplified fractions, but if not, they will ask you for a decimal. So 15 divided by 715, press math and the enter key twice, and this is 3 divided by 143. And that's it for this section 11.5. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.